Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, I'll be doing another chit chat video because I feel like it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute since I sat down and spoken to you guys. We'll be talking about friendships and why I choose to be to myself. This is something that most people can relate to. There's a difference between friendships and acquaintances. I feel like people get those terms confused, and there's a difference. So when it comes to friendships, obviously it's more intimate. You have a deeper connection with them versus someone that you're just an acquaintance with, which is someone that, yeah, cool, but y'all don't really have a deep, intimate connection. Like it's very surface level. Y'all don't really share personal information with each other. Y'all just, y'all hang out, y'all cool, and it's just, surface level. But I feel like most people, when they say they don't have friends, other people assume that they're the problem, and I disagree. Obviously, like if you're a bad friend and you're full of negativity, you always want to be in drama, of course people are not going to want to be your friend. But there's people that are genuine and are mad cool that don't really have friends. I feel like you shouldn't judge people immediately just off them saying that they don't have friends. Personally, I like to be to myself because it's peaceful. I don't gotta worry about anyone gossiping about me, talking bad about me. And I don't mind having one or two friends, but I feel like lately it's just so hard to make new friends, especially when it comes to female friendships. Okay, it's the hardest shit ever. A lot of people, even just people in general, like it don't have to be just females, but I feel like females, they lack communication, they lack accountability, they lack consideration. Like they always want to be just the center of attention. Once I see that you're not a good vibe, because I use my discernment, I don't mind making new friends, but because I'm so used to being to myself and I value my peace and my solitude, whoever I choose to have in my circle, whoever I want to be friends with, they have to bring some type of value. They have to have goals. They have to be just on the same vibe that I'm on. And it needs to be an equal give and take, because back then I used to always give, and never gave the opportunity to receive. Real friends want to see you prosper, and they are just going to encourage you to be a better person, and they're not going to downplay your goals. They're not going to downplay the things that you want to do, your hobbies, passions, or whatever. And I feel like if you have friends in your life that are not on that type of timing, then you gotta get some new friends, because those are not the people that you want in your life. And I feel like back then I used to struggle with giving people the benefit of the doubt. I really had to learn how to stop doing that, because a lot of the times people show you who they are the first time. So trust that. Stop giving them so many chances. People know exactly what they be doing. That's why it's so important to have discernment, because when you have discernment, you can pretty much tell like who's your friend and who's not. Because if you don't know how to accept when you was in the wrong and just apologize and keep it pushing, then I cannot be your friend. In this generation, female friendships is so hard to maintain, because as soon as you have one small inconvenience that could have been resolved with communication, they want to cut you off. I know how to take accountability, and I know when I'm in the wrong. I had to learn that not everyone moves like me, has the same heart as me. So I had to remind myself that not everyone is like me. So I have to move accordingly. I can't just be too friendly. Be aware of who is your friend and who's not your friend. Yeah, I had to learn that growing up. These girls don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to be considerate. They don't know how to take accountability. Me, I'm already independent. I already do stuff on my own most of the time. Majority of the time, I be to myself. And I love it. Like, I love my peace. I love my solitude. And I just love my own company. You can't keep depending on other people when it comes to having fun, or just when it comes to just anything. A lot of people do stuff on their own, and that's okay. It gets to a point where you're gonna have to enjoy being to yourself and doing things on your own and not having to depend on other people. There's some people that want to go out to places, but because they don't have friends, they don't do it. And don't depend on other people to do things. When you do decide to make friends, choose the right people. And if you do have good people in your life, keep them, because it's rare nowadays. Reciprocity has to be there. If it's not there, then it's not going to work out. Don't be overly friendly. Don't give just anyone the benefit of the doubt. Don't be too understanding. Like if people do you dirty, especially your friends, don't be so quick to just forgive them, or like be too like okay with things that you know deep down you're not okay with. So for example, if you have like a birthday dinner and they always have an excuse for why they can't make it, stop being too understanding and stop being so, you know, forgiving. You need to reevaluate that friendship. I like to do things because I genuinely want to do it. I can't always be there for you, and you're never there for me. And I ain't the type to do tit for tat, but it gets to a point where if you're never there for me, then don't expect me to be there when it's your turn, okay? Because it's just not fair for me, you know? So stop being there for people that are never there for you. If you have good news, keep it to yourself, because most people don't be happy for you. I've learned to be confrontational. That's another thing too. When people do weird shit or say weird shit, especially within like a group, call it out right there and then. Like, that's something that I've been doing lately. Not peeping it and just acting like I didn't hear it. Even though like that is helpful, like that could be a good thing too. Don't let people get you out of character, but also be a little confrontational. When people do or say something that you don't really like, call it out right there and then, so that you're not like later on trying to figure out why they said what they said or why they did what they did. Because people like to be sneaky and people like to do shit and think that you're not gonna say or do nothing because you don't usually say and do nothing. That's gonna embarrass them too, because it's like, if you say something trying to be funny and you call it out, now they have to explain themselves and look dumb because you want to be funny. Be a little confrontational and let people know what's up. Like, don't play with me. But I do have people that I love and care about that are in my life that love and care about me too, that I appreciate so much, because I've always dealt with weird females, like ever since I was young. So I already know all the things that they like to do, all the funny shit that they be doing. I be knowing, like I be seeing it from a mile away. You can't fool me. So once I see you do something that is not something that real friends do, I cut you off. I don't have time to be like trying to figure out why you did what you did, especially if it's something that I wouldn't do to you. Like, why would you do that? You know that was wrong. Like, I'm not gonna put too much effort in people that don't do the same for me, and that's just how it is. Reciprocity is everything. I've learned so much throughout the years when it comes to friendships and stuff, and at the end you'll realize that it's better to have 1 or 2 friends than a bunch of friends. If anything, if you have a bunch of friends, someone in that group is fake. When it comes to big friend groups, especially female friend groups, it's always that one girl that is always talking shit about the other girl. Someone don't like the other girl. Someone this, someone that. All that extra weird stuff, I don't got time for. I just don't. These girls don't be liking you just because you look pretty, and a lot of the times it'll even be because of physical features or whatever. People cannot like you because of what you have. People cannot like you because how other people love you. I also want to add, one of the main reasons why we may struggle with making new friends is because a lot of us don't open up as much. Like me, I don't really open up as much. It's so important to keep things to yourself when it comes to good news or whatever. But it also feels good to have people that are genuinely happy for you when you tell them good news. That feeling is really good. So be mindful of who you tell your business to. Usually when you're real and you're genuine and you have a pure heart, you don't really have that much friends. They don't really trust people easily, so they're very mindful of who they call their friends. So yeah, know the difference. Know who's your friend. Know who's not your friend. Move accordingly. Use your discernment. Just know who falls into what. Know who your friends are and know who your acquaintances are. But anyways, yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure this video is going to be very relatable, because it's so crazy how we all go through the same things. Like, when it comes to just anything in life, it's so crazy. But I just love having intellectual conversations, you know, and just like seeing other people's perspective when it comes to like certain stuff. It just be so interesting to hear, you know. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing more videos like this. Stay tuned for more videos. I have like this other video that I have to edit and post soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.